name is Officer Douglas Vikmark, last name spelling V as in Victor, Ickmark.
Sir, what is your current job title?
Currently, I'm a police officer with the Detroit Lakes Police Department.
How long have you been with the Detroit Lakes Police Department?
Since September 2014.
When was your first law enforcement job?
My first law enforcement job, I was with the West Fargo, North Dakota Police Department. Started there in March 2012.
Can you outline your educational background?
I have an associate's degree in law enforcement from Alexandria Technical College.
Mr. Vikmark, are you a veteran?
I am.
Okay. Are you still active?
Yes, I am, in the Army National Guard.
What did you do, or what is your position within the National Guard?
Currently, I'm an operations non-commissioned officer, sergeant first class, with a brigade headquarters company. So basically, my job, I kind of assist in a team overseeing everything on the battlefield in front of us.
Do you have some training as an MP?
I do.
Mr. Vikmark, what was your title with the DLPD in April of 2024?
At that time, I was a special agent with the West Central Minnesota Drug and Violent Crime Task Force. It's a kind of a special investigatory position within the police department.
Is it sometimes also referred to as investigator within your agency?
Yes.
As an investigator at that time, were you aware of the arrest of defendant Nicole Mitchell?
I was, yes.
Were you asked to assist with some follow-up investigation?
Yes.
I want to turn your attention to April 25th, 2024. Can you tell us how that day started?
That day started, I was made aware by Sergeant Chad Glander that Carol Mitchell was on her way in to speak to an officer, as she still had some concerns from the incident that happened a couple of days prior at her residence.
And you sat down with Ms. Mitchell at that time?
Yes.
How would you describe her demeanor?
I would say she was still pretty scared of the incident that happened. If I could best describe it, I would say when a person gets scared and they still have a lot of adrenaline going through their system, she hadn't had quite that adrenaline dump yet, so she was still really agitated, still really worked up.
What sort of things did Ms. Mitchell tell you?
She told Sergeant Glander and I a little bit about her past relationship with Nicole. Talked about the passing of her late husband, Roderick.
Did she indicate at that time how long it had been since the defendant had been at her house?
Time-wise, I don't recall if she had actually described an actual time, but communication-wise, she said it had been months since Nicole had reached out to Carol.
Did Ms. Mitchell express any other concerns to you at that time?
She did. She was very concerned that Nicole's purpose wasn't there to necessarily get items. She was more concerned possibly that Nicole might be trying to end Carol's life.
So, Officer Vikmark, after you spoke with Ms. Mitchell, what did you do next?
Sergeant Glander, Chief Steve Todd, and I went to Carol's residence to attempt to look for further evidence at her residence.
What would it be fair to say that one of your other, well, what were some of your other objectives at that time?
Determine her actual point, or determine Nicole's actual point of entry inside the residence.
Mr. McDonald, I'm going to interrupt and ask the attorneys to approach.
Thoughts based on what we had seen and what was being reported was the window that Nicole Mitchell had accessed into Carol Mitchell's house was too small for a person to even get through. So we were trying to find an actual route that would have made sense to get into the residence.
Officer Vikmark, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 60. Excuse me, Exhibit 66 and 67. First, starting with Exhibit 66, do you recognize this photograph, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you tell us what this is?
That's the width measurements of the window that was originally believed that Nicole Mitchell had gained access to the residence from.
Is it a true and accurate reproduction of that photograph?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, I'd offer 66 at this time.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
66 is received.
Next, sir, do you have Exhibit 67 in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you tell us what this is?
It is the same picture except it's showing the approximate height with a ruler of that same window.
A true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd offer 67.
No objection, Your Honor.
Exhibit 67 is received.
Could I publish briefly, Your Honor?
You may.
Okay, officer, this is what's been received as Exhibit 66. Can you tell us what this is?
I'm sorry, can you
Sorry, what's that, Ms. Sullivan?
I just need a second.
Okay. Investigator Vikmark, I'm showing you what's been received as Exhibit 66. Can you speak to this photograph?
Yes, this is the a picture with a ruler showing the measurements from left to right, the width of the original window that Miss Nicole Mitchell was believed to have gained access into the residence from.
If you're aware, sir, do you know where that belief came from?
I'm not exactly sure. I only saw the media posts online of them believing that was the window that it was accessed from.
You weren't involved responding that morning, fair to say? Okay. Can you tell us what your measurement was approximately here?
It's approximately 11 inches wide.
And next, I'm publishing what's been received as Exhibit 67. Can you speak to this photograph, sir?
It's the same photograph of the same exact window, except it's the height measurement showing that it's approximately 8 inches tall.
Okay. And in speaking with Sergeant Glander and Chief Todd, what was ultimately concluded at this time?
Based on the measurements and also inside the photographs, you can see that there's some dust and other items around the window. We determined that no one had come into that window based on what was there and the fact that it just didn't appear that anybody could even have squeezed through the window.
So, Investigator Vikmark, what did you do next after measuring that window?
From there, my job was, I was assigned as being the photographer, so I went and went to the only other possible source of or location of entry in the basement, which was an egress window on the southwest side of the house. I went to that window from the inside and began taking photographs of it and started finding dirt and debris around the windowsill.
That was going to be my next question. What did you observe when you, processed or looked in through that room?
As I was in the room, I noticed on the windowsill around the window, there's what appeared to be dirt and debris, plant-like material, small rocks, pebbles, sand type of things that appeared to have come from the outside to the inside.
Did it appear to be more than just common dust?
Yes.
Did you take some photographs at that time?
I did.
What would you describe the area that you photographed as?
A windowsill with a desk directly underneath the windowsill, and to the right of the desk was kind of like a white plastic storage.
Officer Vikmark, I'm going to show you a number of photographs numbered exhibits 50 through 65.
Mr. McDonald, did you say 50 through 65?
50 through 65, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Please bear with me, sir. All right, Investigator Vikmark, I'm starting with Exhibit 50. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is it a true and accurate depiction of what you took that day?
Yes.
Next, with 51.
Yes.
Yes, it's true and accurate.
Yes, it is.
52.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 53.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 54.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 55.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 56.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 57.
Yes, it is.
Can I just have one moment with counsel, Your Honor?
You may.
Sorry about that, sir. If I didn't ask yet, Exhibit 58.
Yes, it is.
And did I ask you if 57 was true and accurate?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Exhibit 59.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 60.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 61.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 62.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 63.
Yes, it is.
Exhibit 64.
Yes, it is.
And finally, Exhibit 65.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Your Honor, I would offer 50 through 65 at this time.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Exhibits 50 through 65 are received.
I would ask to publish in sequential order at this time, Your Honor.
You may.
All right. Officer Vikmark, I'm going to start with Exhibit 50, and I'm just wondering, as I identify each exhibit, if you can tell us why it was significant to you.
The first picture here is of the egress window that I had talked about. It's just kind of giving an overall picture of what it appeared to be.
And turning to Exhibit 51.
That's a more lighted photograph of the same window with the desk underneath it.
And to Exhibit 52.
This is starting to get closer to the windowsill, kind of as I was depicting me walking towards the windowsill when I first observed the dirt on the windowsill.
Exhibit 53.
This is the same windowsill, except it's showing the right side instead of the left side of the windowsill.
Exhibit 54.
This is a photograph depicting the same windowsill, except in the middle. It's also showing that the screen had a bow in the middle of it.
Exhibit 55.
This is getting closer to the windowsill, showing more of the plant and debris.
And excuse me, but Exhibit 56.
Same windowsill, just is on the left side of the windowsill, again showing plant and debris.
Exhibit 57,
Closer to the center, showing plant and debris material again, and showing a little bit of the bow on the screen.
Exhibit 58,
And the right side of the windowsill showing plant and debris material.
Exhibit 59,
This is that white storage container device, filing cabinet on top of the desk, showing plant and dirt material on top of it.
Exhibit 60,
A little bit closer of a picture of the same filing cabinet.
Exhibit 61,
Another piece of plant material on top of the same filing cabinet.
Exhibit 62,
This is moving down onto the desk, showing more plant and debris material on top of the desk.
Exhibit 63,
And another piece of plant material that appeared to be a small piece of wood of some sort or stem.
64,
Probably the best close-up that I could get of the stem.
and finally the Exhibit 65.
A small rock that was inside on top of the desk.
So what did you do next after you had assessed this room individually or on your own?
Once I had I called in Sergeant Glander and I pointed out what I had located to Sergeant Glander. Chief Steve Todd came in shortly after that, and I showed him. From there, I went outside to examine the window from the outside.
And what did you learn at that time, sir?
Found that the window was open, and the window wasn't locked, and it was easily able to just be freely opened from the outside.
And did you continue, I suppose, hypothesizing with your colleagues?
Yes.
Okay. What did you discover next?
Through examining the window and the windowsill and the screen, I was able to find what appeared to be tool marks on the screen itself and on the windowsill from the outside.
Can you tell us what a tool mark is in your profession?
A tool mark would be something where you use a tool, and in this case, the tool scraped against a surface and caused scratches, something that wouldn't normally be caused by something else.
Officer Vikmark, I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibits 68, 69, and 70. First, starting with image 68, is that a true and accurate depiction?
Yes, it is.
69
Yes, it is.
and 70.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd offer 68 through 70.
No objection, Your Honor.
Asked to publish briefly.
68, 69, and 70 are received, and you may publish.
Right. Officer, I got a little ahead of myself here, but I'm backing up and showing you what's been received as Exhibit 68. Can you tell us what this is?
It's the first picture showing the egress window from the outside of the residence.
And Exhibit 69?
Walking closer to the egress window, showing just the condition of the window.
Exhibit 70.
And this photograph I took because in the original photographs there were leaf material in the window area, and I took that photograph to show that the leaf material had been removed.
Are you, if you know, and if you don't, if you know, do you know who cleaned that out?
I do not know.
Okay. Right. So you had examined the window and discovered pry marks, is that correct?
Yes.
Or tool marks, I believe was your testimony?
Yes.
Investigator Vikmark, I'm now going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 71 through 84. And I might need a moment.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's easy.
Investigator Vikmark, you had an opportunity to review all the photographs you took prior to today, is that correct?
Yes.
And if I told you the photographs of the alleged tool marks were 71 through 8, marked as 71 through 84, would you have any reason to doubt me?
No, I wouldn't.
And again, they were true and accurate depictions of that date?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this point, I'm going to offer 71 through 84.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
71 through 84 are received.
In a moment, Investigator Vikmark, I'm going to ask to publish each of these exhibits and have you, again, explain their significance. Apologize for that, sir. All right, I am starting. Your Honor, I'd ask to publish, if I didn't already ask, to publish Exhibits 71 through 84.
You may.
Investigator Vikmark, I'm starting with Exhibit 71. Can you speak to this photograph?
From this photograph, I had entered into the egress window area, and I observed the left side of the window as you're facing it, looking into the window. I noticed that there is a piece of wood that was kind of sticking out directly below the window, and it appeared like it had possibly been, somebody possibly had put a tool there to pry down on it, causing the wood to kind of pull out.
Next, I'm showing you what's been received as Exhibit 72.
Same window, same location, just a closer photograph of the same area.
'73.
This photograph is showing, it's kind of hard to see it unless you zoom into it. I apologize, I'm used to seeing the photograph horizontal instead of a vertical way here.
If I change the orientation, would it assist you?
Yes. I guess it's still vertical, but there we go. It's hard to see it in this photograph here, but from the right side you see two marks on the wood right as it bends down. From there to the right of it, a little ways, and to the left of it, there are marks in the wood, kind of scratches in the wood going from the angle of it and up toward the screen.
Next, I'm showing you Exhibit 74.
It's a photograph of the same area, again, on the bottom right of the screen, not the screen, the ledge where it bends. There's 2 marks in the paint with scratch marks that lead up towards, there we go. Scratch marks that lead up to where the screen would be at.
Investigator Vikmark, do you have the ability to annotate or circle on your screen, I believe?
I hope so.
Could you, I'm not sure what happened here. Could you attempt to show us or better explain what you're speaking to with this?
Yes. There are marks there, and then marks there. Very fine scratch marks moving from bottom right to top left toward the screen area.
Okay, thank you. Are you able to clear your screen?
Possibly. I guess I don't know how.
And can the record reflect the witness has circled various photographs on the exhibit, Your Honor?
The record will so reflect.
Well, if I move to another exhibit, it might be a moot point.
Apologize.
Here we go. Oh, I guess not. There we go. Okay. Okay. Investigator Vikmark, I'm showing you what's been received as Exhibit 75. Can you speak to this photograph?
This is my hand in gloves. I am holding my hands kind of, I guess, like the NDSU horn symbol, I guess, pointing out the distance between the left side of where the marks were originated from to the right side, just to kind of give a better view of where the scratches were actually at.
Exhibit 76.
We had removed the screen, and as I was removing it, and it was handed to me on the outside, I noticed that there is a large scratch mark on the bottom of the screen in that same area where the scratch marks were at on the windowsill.
Exhibit 77.
This is a photograph showing where the scratch marks were at. It's kind of hard to see here where the scratch marks are at, but they're from approximately the 10-inch mark to the 12-inch mark.
Exhibit 78.
Same picture, same area, I guess not same picture, but the same area, showing again the scratch marks extending from roughly that 10-inch mark to the 12-inch mark.
Exhibit 79.
The screen, as it would have been on the window, was taken off and it was laid down, and it was showing the scratch marks on the windowsill. They're extending from approximately the 9¼ inch area to about the 11¼ inch area.
Let me ask you this, investigator. Did the scratch marks on the screen appear to line up with the scratch marks on the windowsill?
They did.
Next, I'm showing you Exhibit 80.
It's the same picture, possibly a little bit clearer, of the screen where the scratch marks were at. In the picture, you can see the deep scratch mark is right about that 9 1/4 or 9 1/8, I guess, mark. And on the top part of the screen where it bends, there's silver markings that appeared like a tool had been sliding across it at that area.
Exhibit 81.
This one I'm not exactly sure about what the photograph is depicting. I can't remember anyways.
So nothing useful there.
No.
Exhibit 82.
This is that bend that I was just telling about of the scratch marks. You can see that there's also scratch marks on the outside of the screen, right below the netting area of the screen on the metal, leading up to the area where the marks were actually at.
And Exhibit 83.
This is roughly the same area. I noticed that little black smudge mark that was right there, possibly from a footprint or just a mark of dirt being lifted and put on there as somebody may have come in through the window.
And finally, Exhibit 84.
And my fingers on my my left hand showing approximately the same location of the dirt marks coming in.
So Investigator Vikmark, were you advised of, strike that. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Investigator Vikmark, I'm showing that's been received as Exhibit 15. Do you recognize this?
Yes,
And were you made aware of this evidentiary item?
I was.
Based on your observations of the window and your knowledge of that pry bar, what did you do next?
Based on the scratches and the marks that were on the screen, it made sense that the pry bar had been used to lift the screen up from the bottom, causing the bow in the screen to gain access to the room.
At some point, did you examine the pry bar closer?
I did. We took the pry bar out of evidence just to take photographs of it.
Investigator Vikmark, I'm going to show you next Exhibits 85 through 88. First of all, did you photograph that pry bar out of evidence?
Yes.
Okay, and were those true and accurate photographs?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to offer 85 through 88.
I'm sorry, which ones?
85 through 88. Or I can just do them individually if that's easier.
Would you please, thank you.
No worries. Investigator, well, I'll withdraw the offering at this time, Your Honor, for momentarily. Investigator Vikmark, first I'm showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 85. Do you see that on your screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate photograph?
Yes, it is.
Offer 85.
No objection.
85 is received.
Next, I'm showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 86. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate depiction?
Yes, it is.
Offer 86.
No objection, Your Honor.
86 is received.
Next, showing you Exhibit 87. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Is it true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Offer 87.
No objection, Your Honor.
87 is received.
Finally, showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 88. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Is it a true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Offer 88.
No objection, Your Honor.
Exhibit 88 is received.
Would request to publish 85 through 88, Your Honor.
You may.
Okay, Officer Vikmark, I'm starting with Exhibit 85. Can you tell us about this photograph?
This photograph is showing one of the ends of the pry bar. It shows that paint had been removed from it possibly being used.
Next, 86.
Just kind of an overview photograph of the pry bar itself.
87.
This is the picture of the vent portion of the pry bar showing some marks on the end of it.
And finally, Exhibit 88.
And this is a picture of the middle of the handle of the pry bar where it had been missing some paint that had been flaking off of it.
So you were at the residence, first doing the window thing, but you were also there to speak to Ms. Mitchell again?
Myself, I was more of just the photographer at that time. Chief Todd and Sergeant Glander were the ones that were mostly talking to Carol.
They may have been
Mitchell.
in a separate part of the residence while you were taking photographs?
Largely, yes. I was searching in various parts of the house that they were at, such as where Nicole Mitchell was found in the bathroom. I did look around the bathroom to see if maybe Nicole Mitchell had left anything inside there that other officers had missed, and just kind of looked through the residence.
Fair to say nothing additional was located?
No.
Were you present when the flannel shirt was shown?
Yes.
Okay. And how was that identified to you?
I believe it was Carol Mitchell that actually pointed it out. I'm not 100% sure on it. The location was you go downstairs, down the steps, you turn right, and there was a lot of Roderick's old clothes hanging up.
Roderick Mitchell's?
Roderick Mitchell's, yes.
Mr. Vikmark, were you present when Carol Mitchell described being awoken that morning?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Did she demonstrate for your team what had occurred?
Yes, she did.
Were you involved in this investigation after that date?
No, I was not.
Thank you, Investigator Vikmark. I have no further questions.
Mr. Ringstrom.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Officer Vikmark.
Good morning, sir.
Officer Vikmark, you, having been on a drug task force, I presume you have applied for and secured a number of search warrants?
I have before, yes.
Okay. And when you were acting in that capacity and acting as a special agent, did you have any separate or advanced training as it related to investigations?
Several related to drug and narcotics, yes. Just small continuing ed, 1-day, 2-day courses here and there.
Okay. Officer Vikmark, I want to sort of jump to maybe a question that I would normally ask at the end, but you've testified to what you did in this case. Besides what you have testified to, did you do any forensic testing or request any forensic testing to be conducted in this matter?
I didn't relate it to pretty much all the evidence. The only thing that I asked was MOCIC, which is an investigatory, I guess, agency that covers many different states around the Midwest, to kind of help me out with Nicole Mitchell's cell phone. And then I also had sent out a administrative subpoena to Verizon to try to get Nicole Mitchell's information, who she had called, who she had texted, just that information, for about a month and a half prior to the incident, leading up to the incident.
So the forensic investigation that you had done would have been through the Mid-States Organized Crime Information Center?
Yes.
Okay. Did you conduct or see any other member of law enforcement conduct any attempt to secure fingerprints?
No.
Did you conduct or see any other officer conduct any attempt to secure DNA or other residue of that nature?
No.
Did you ever apply for a search warrant or a subpoena for Carol Mitchell's medical records?
No, I did not.
Now, at the beginning of your testimony, you talked a great deal about the windows in question. You weren't involved in the initial investigation, or you certainly weren't on the call. Had you had a chance before you came to Carol Mitchell's residence to talk to any of the law enforcement officers who were involved in the initial call?
I did, yes.
Had you developed an impression that Nicole Mitchell may have represented that she actually came in through that smaller window?
I did hear from the other officers that Nicole Mitchell had said that she had come through the window where her backpack was located at.
Okay. And those pictures are now in evidence, and we talked about those at great length, correct?
Yes.
And while stranger things have happened, there's really no realistic way an adult human of normal proportions would be able to fit through that window. Is that fair?
Correct, yes.
Okay. The egress window itself, you testified as to the damage. Would you characterize that window as destroyed or functionally destroyed?
Functionally destroyed? I wouldn't say it's functionally destroyed. Just the frame had been starting to kind of rot away. That's how I would describe it.
Okay. And so, whatever the person with the pry bar did, there was some rot and there was some decay in the frame itself that was separate from the pry bar activity. Is that accurate?
Yes.
This sounds like a very obvious question. It's not meant to be a trick. Why did you wear gloves in your investigation?
It's just, from my training experience, just what we do. Just to keep our DNA off of things and keep from contaminating a scene.
And similarly, why did you use, or why did someone use in these pictures what appears to be a very highly calibrated ruler to take some measurements?
I can't remember exactly where the ruler came from, if it was Chief Todd's or Sergeant Glander's. We keep rulers to show how big things are.
Okay. Did you have an occasion to touch the pry bar in question when it wasn't in an evidence bag?
No, sir.
Okay. Would you have been wearing gloves had you done so?
Probably, yes, sir.
The evidence that you gathered and the testimony that you provided about that egress window, is it a fair statement that that evidence really concerns only whether someone got through that window and how they got through that window, and not what happened inside the house?
Yes.
And I think your mic cut out there.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. But you did at some point go inside to the residence and look around and investigate?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to, from the inside of the house, determine, did you get to see sort of the areas around both of the windows inside of the house?
Yes.
Okay. When you did that, did you see piles of things or mementos that appeared to be staged to be removed from the house?
I guess I wasn't paying that close attention to it. The room with the egress window had a lot of like artistic type stuff inside of it. I don't know if it was being ready to be removed from the house or anything like that.
Okay. You were asked about a flannel shirt. Was that flannel shirt sort of placed close to one of the windows? Was it hanging up? What was your experience of viewing that?
It was located in, as I described, it was, you walk down the stairs, you turn right, it comes into a bigger room.
Yeah.
To the right was the small window. Straight forward would have been the bathroom Miss Nicole Mitchell was located in. And to the left was another wider open area that had a lot of items stored. Some of that area was a rack of clothes that was in that area. And his Roderick Mitchell's flannel shirt was located on that rack.
It was on the rack.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was in an area that was not like immediately adjacent to one of those windows.
No.
Okay. Officer Vikmark, I want to go back to the interview that you participated in with Carol Mitchell, and that was at the police station, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You had testified that Carol Mitchell expressed a belief at that time that Nicole Mitchell wanted to take her life. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Did Carol Mitchell express a belief that Nicole Mitchell wanted to get her firearm or get her gun?
How she described it is when Carol Mitchell was awoken in the night and she had rotated her body off and then found that's where Nicole Mitchell was at on the ground. In that area, in a dresser near where Nicole Mitchell was at, is where Roderick Mitchell's gun was kept. So Carol Mitchell speculated that possibly Nicole Mitchell was attempting to find that gun.
During your interview at the police station with Carol Mitchell, did Carol Mitchell express repeated concern that Nicole Mitchell was also after money?
Yes.
Thank you, Officer Vikmark. I have no further questions.
Yes, sir.
Mr. McDonald?
Officer Vikmark, when you spoke with Carol Mitchell, did she allow you to look through her cell phone?
She did, yes.
Okay. And what did you discover at that time?
I was looking for any text messages or cell phone logs that she had received from Nicole Mitchell.
Okay. Did you locate any?
I did not.
Were you able to determine the date that Carol Mitchell had added the defendant's number to her phone?
I was able to locate, yes. And
Sorry, go ahead.
it was March 10th, 2024, the date that Carol Mitchell had added Nicole Mitchell's phone number to her cell phone.
And you manually had looked through the phone at that time?
Yes.
And you couldn't locate any texts or calls between the defendant and Carol Mitchell?
No.
Did you note any, did you note other contacts that she had conversations with?
Yes, she did have several text message conversations that had been saved in the phone. One of them had been dated all the way back to July 2023.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Engstrom?
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Vikmark, you understand what a forensic examination of a cell phone is?
Yes.
You understand a cell phone can be subject to what's known as a logical extraction?
Yes.
You understand that a cell phone can be subject to what's known as a physical extraction?
Yes.
You understand what the word metadata means?
Yes.
Metadata is data that reflects other things that happened on a digital device like a cell phone.
Yes.
You understand that metadata most of the time can only be looked at not directly through the interface of the phone, but typically through a different device like a Cellbrite, for example, correct?
Yes.
And a Cellbrite is a special machine that law enforcement uses to examine cell phones.
Yes.
And if you had had an opportunity to conduct a forensic examination of Carol Mitchell's phone, you would be able to see the metadata of when texts were read, texts were sent, texts were deleted, and things like that, correct?
Yes.
You would be able to see when contacts were added or removed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you subject Carol Mitchell's phone to a forensic examination?
I did not.
Okay. Do you know if anyone in law enforcement subjected her cell phone to a forensic examination?
I believe somebody did. I do not know which officer or investigator did, though.
Okay. Well, then we'll find out. Officer Vikmark, are you the case agent in this case?
No.
During the pendency of this case, have you contacted me at all?
I have not.
Thank you, Officer Vikmark. I have no further questions.
Mr. McDonald?
Officer Vikmark, did you see any obvious signs that Carol Mitchell had deleted things in her phone?
I did not.
No further questions.
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right. Then, officer, you may step down.
Thank you, sir.